Okay, hello everyone. Get ready for episode number 6 of the Map of the Month map making workshop series that we're doing for the United States map. If you want to just look at this compass rose we did in the last episode, you can see we spent the whole episode on that compass rose. I'm going to set the timer for another 10 minutes and we'll do some more work. Now I just want to point out one thing about what we're doing. I didn't really talk about this yet, but everything we're doing relates to this word right here. Which is cartography, which is map making. Map making is big part of social studies, studying about the world, geography. If you look at the word, there's also another word hidden within this word cartography that I want to point out. Maybe you can see it. Try to find a word hidden in that big word. It has a lot to do with map making. If you found it already, I'll just show you. If you haven't found it, it's not graph or wrap or cart. It's just a 3-letter word, and I'll put a little box around it. Art. There's a lot of art involved in cartography or map making. So I just want you to keep that in mind as we continue along with our map on the front. And you can see what I've done. Since last time, I've highlighted the 2 remaining regions, the Midwest and the West. And we're going to focus on the Midwest today in this episode. So I thought maybe we could start with these 2 states right here. This state is Michigan, state of Michigan. I'm going to start off with Michigan. I think it will fit pretty good right across. Now the funny thing about Michigan is there's a second part that sometimes is a little bit tricky to see on the map, but this little part up here, which they call the Upper Peninsula, is also part of Michigan. So I think I'm going to put like a little double arrowed line just to show that this is all one state. And I'll put the MI for Michigan also. So what they call, this is called the Upper Peninsula. And I'm also going to label the capital of Michigan as well. You can color the star in. And let's see, we can find that it's Lansing, Michigan. You can see it right on the side there. So let's put a little L right below, Lansing. Okay, and a little color to the side. Now, let's also do this state just to the west of Michigan, Wisconsin. Just did it. Wisconsin. Let me check my big map over here to make sure I spelled that correctly. Yes, I did. Okay. Now you could also have an atlas handy or another map to help you with some of your spellings, but just wanted to make sure I had that right. And Wisconsin is, I believe it's Madison, Wisconsin is the capital. So let's go ahead and label Madison, the capital city. Now, I really like this part of the map because in addition to these Midwestern states that are pretty easy to label, we also have the largest collection of fresh water in the world. These are all of the Great Lakes that you've heard of before. These are the 5 Great Lakes that are located right up in that Midwestern area of the country. And if you look, these are quite large lakes, and there are 5 of them. And I don't know if you've ever heard of that little trick for remembering the names of the Great Lakes, but I'll just run through it really quick. You might want to write this on the back of your paper. The first letter of the word homes, every letter is the first letter of one of the lakes. H would be Lake Huron. O would be Lake Ontario. M from Lake Michigan. E for Erie. And S for Superior. Okay, take a note of those spellings. If you want to write that on the back of your map, kind of nice, because some of these words are not easy to spell. All right, now we have to position them in the right place too. So let's look over on the map. Now, many times you're going to have to kind of angle these words to make them follow the shape of the lake. And if you want to use L period, you could do that on some of the smaller lakes. I think I can fit the whole word on this one. This is Lake Superior. Excellent. Okay, so there's Lake Superior. You might want to turn your paper a little bit so you can write it like this. I'm going to put L period for this one. L, which stands for Lake, and then Michigan. This is Lake Michigan. Okay. Over here we have Lake Huron. I think I'll use that L period again. H-U-R-O-N. Okay, 2 more. This would be Lake. Maybe I can write the word lake for this one. It's a smaller word. This is Lake Erie. And here we have Lake L period Ontario. That's the last of the Great Lakes. All right, and now we won't color them all right now, but when you do get to coloring them, don't go over the letters too much. Just kind of skirt around the letters as best you can. That way you won't obscure the labeling that you've done. Or you can go very lightly over the letters. I like to kind of go around them if I can. Okay, so behind. Okay. It doesn't make any sense to color over your letters so that you can't read them after you take all the time to label them. So you can see, just add a little color into those Great Lakes. And this will really make them show up nicely. It'll also make the Upper Peninsula of Michigan show up nicely too. So sometimes it would look like a lake there if you're not careful. All right, now I'm going to work on that a little bit later as well. Maybe we've got another minute left. Maybe we can start doing a few more of the remaining states. Let's do Ohio. Okay. Columbus, Ohio. C-O-L-U-M-B-U-S. Okay. We've got Indiana and Illinois. if I could fit, I think I can fit it straight across if I don't write too big. Nope, I'm gonna have to I think I'm gonna write it on a bit of an angle. Okay, let me finish Indiana. And the capital of Indiana is quite a long word too. So we'll try to start up here, Indianapolis. Maybe we can kind of curve it around a little bit. That's not too bad. Indianapolis, Indiana. Okay, and let's do one more. Let's do Illinois. I think it would fit good above the star. You know what? I knew I had left out an L in that. It's two L's. I-L-L. I-N-O. That's why you definitely want to use a pencil. It's easy to misspell something. And then the capital of Illinois is Springfield. Let's get that in there. So we got to do about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states and 5 of the Great Lakes. Now we still have a little bit more to go. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more states in the Midwest. But I'll work on that a little bit on my own before the next video, and we'll go over those when we start before we start the West. Okay, so good job today. That was quite a bit of work, and we'll take a little break and we'll get back into it on the next video. All right, thanks.